Before we get underway with this video, let me make something clear. Cam Smith is one hell of a hitter with a ton of potential. His last year in college, he posted an OPS north of 1100 with 16 home runs and almost as many walks as strikeouts while batting nearly 400. Then, in his minor league debut, he posted a near 300, 400, 600 slash with 7 dingers through just 32 games. He is undoubtedly one of the most developed hitting prospects to emerge from the 2024 draft as of now. There's only one issue. He almost certainly isn't ready for the big leagues, and this has been reflected in the fact that since he made his debut on opening day in 2025, he has batted just 111 with a 238 OBP and 0 extra base hits to go along with 9 strikeouts through just 21 plate appearances. So let's dig into it a little bit. What's going wrong for Cam so far? Well, first of all, his quality and quantity of contact metrics have been just abhorrent, as he's posted an expected WOBA, expected batting average, expected slugging percentage, barrel percent, launch angle sweet spot percentage, whiff percent, and K percent, all in the second percentile or lower. But one thing that has been odd is that his chase percentage has been pretty good, in the 66th percentile at 25. On top of this, his average exit velocity as well has been pretty decent at 90.3 miles per hour. What this basically means to me is that so far he's been making pretty good swing decisions, but when he actually decides to pull the trigger, he's just missing his pitch way too much. And when he does happen to make contact, he's beating the ball into the ground like few others, with an average launch angle of just 5.7. All of this together, along with his willingness to take pitches with a still solid walk rate of 9.5%, leads me to believe this. He's a bit timid out there, and instead of becoming over-aggressive like a lot of young players, his tendency is to wait back, making him late on pitches, resulting in the strikeouts and easy ground balls. This is also reflected in the fact that he's pulled just 22% of the contact he's made, while driving 44% to the opposite field. Meanwhile, keep in mind that while he's trying to adapt to big league pitching, after only having spent 12 games above high A last year, he's also having to learn a new position in right field, which has seen him have some mixed results so far, at times looking decent, and then at others looking a bit uncomfortable, like when he was caught in between on these 2 line drives, one that he slid and missed, giving the hitter an extra base, and then another that he pulled up almost defensively on, both in the same series. I'm not saying he should have made either of these plays, as both were pretty tough. I do think this does display a bit of indecision that's representative of the fact that he's not familiar with this spot. This is also true of playing angles, as here he misreads this ball off the wall in Minnesota that ends up turning a pretty routine RBI single into an RBI double. Now, I do want to reiterate, this is not meant to be a negative video where I'm criticizing Cam Smith. He's doing the best he can with what he's been given, but I do think he probably was rushed a little bit due to Houston's need for offensive pop after the departure of the player he was actually traded for in Kyle Tucker, and the loss of Alex Bregman over this offseason. And while a number of people, I'm sure, will say that his spring performance was too good not to include him on the team, keep in mind that Jack Caglione had a dominant spring as well, and faced about the same average quality of opposition per Baseball Reference that Cam did. Yet, Jack started his year in Double-A, and Cam is up here with the big club. I do think he will eventually catch on, as he's simply too good a hitter not to, but it may take a little time for him to adjust to the pace and execution level of Major League pitching, and I just hope it doesn't hurt him in any way mentally as he attempts to do so. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Do you support the Astros' decision to start him at the Major League level, or do you think he should have got a little more seasoning in the minors? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing and checking out any one of these recommended videos. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.